Hey everyone!
Hey, happy Pride!
Happy Pride!
Woo!
We thought it was really important to talk about sexualities and gender because we have a channel that talks about sex. You can't really talk about sex without talking about sexuality and gender.
Since the world made it very clear to us that there was more than just a couple of sexualities, we wanted to try and explain to you all the different types in our words from the way that we see them. So if we get anything wrong or confused, then
please don't hate us. We're only human.
Yes, we're just trying to make things a little bit clearer for you, as well as ourselves, actually.
Yes.
So I found that a lot of people are negative around this because they either don't understand or don't want to be put into a category. We are not trying to put anyone into a category that doesn't want to be there. These sexualities and genders and words are only there for those who want them, who want a community, who have always felt outcasted and different and feel like now because there's a name or something that they can put themselves into, they feel welcome and they feel like they're not alone. You do not have to be under any of these terms whatsoever. It's only for those who want them.
Sometimes it makes you feel more comfortable just being able to label yourself.
Yeah. So many of my friends have honestly felt more comfortable about themselves because they've read up online that they're not just the only ones that have these specific feelings in a specific way.
So we're going to be reading out from the A to Z of LGBTQ plus vocabulary definitions.
Hey. So it's not just sexualities, this is genders, this is everything that's all involved in that category. Agender.
A person with no or very little connection to the traditional system of gender, no personal alignment with the concepts of either man or woman, and someone that sees themselves as existing without gender, sometimes called gender neutral or genderless.
We keep forgetting to add as well that we believe that gender and sexuality is a spectrum. It's not,
it's fluid.
Indefinite. It can change as you grow old and learn new things. It can also, be stuck the same way for years and years and years and then suddenly change at the end.
It doesn't have to change, but sometimes it does.
Yeah.
Ally.
So this is typically someone who is straight or cisgender and they are, they believe in the community. They are a friend to the community. Androgyny.
This is a expression of neither fitting into a female or male stereotype. So it can be you just kind of look like neither or both.
Yeah.
Androsexual or androphilic.
This is someone who is sexually, romantically or emotionally attracted to men or males. Aromantic. Someone who experiences little to no romantic attraction to others. Asexual. So this is somebody who experiences basically no sexual attraction to any gender.
Bi-curious.
This is someone who is curious about being attracted to both genders. So they might have feelings for both and they don't know which one they want to go for.
Bi-gender.
So this is someone who fluctuates between being traditionally a man and traditionally a woman. So it's all this gender behaviour they're kind of flicking between.
Bisexual.
This is someone who is definitely attracted to both being a man and a woman. It doesn't have to be an even split. It can be, some to one side, some to the other, and they can also fluctuate. But it means that you are attracted to both men and women. Men and women. Bisexual can often be used interchangeably with pansexual. I used to think I was a bisexual because I didn't realise that there were more genders than just men and women. So now I consider myself pansexual because I'm not just attracted to men and women, I'm attracted to all sexualities and all genders. Cisgender.
This is someone who identifies with the gender that they were born in. So it would be me identifying as a woman or a guy who is born a boy identifying as a guy. Demi-romantic.
This means that you fluctuate from having little to no or maybe to a lot of romantic attraction to another person. Demisexual.
That's little to no sexual attraction to other people until you find a really one strong connection.
Because often or not we forget that a sexual attraction is different to a romantic attraction.
Drag king and queen.
So this is often confused with homosexuality, but this has no reference at all to their sexuality. It is just someone who dresses up and performs as a man or a woman, maybe even just over the top. but it's a performance. It's like dress up, it's like costume.
Yeah.
Feminine of centre or masculine of centre.
A phrase that indicates a range in terms of gender identity and expression for people who present, understand themselves and relate to others in a generally more feminine / masculine way, but don't necessarily identify as women or men. Feminine presenting or masculine presenting.
So this is a way to describe someone who expresses gender in a more feminine or masculine way, often confused with feminine of centre, masculine of centre, which generally includes a focus on identity as well as expression. Fluid or fluidity.
It means that you can be fluid in your gender or your sexuality, so you can fluctuate through time. FTM, F2M, MTF or M2F.
These all sound complicated, but they're not really. They're just an abbreviation for saying someone who's transgender or transsexual. So it's male to female or female to male. So they're just abbreviations. Gay!
Someone that is attracted to the same sex, sexually and romantically. Gender binary.
This is someone who only believes that there are two genders, male or female, and that there's no other in between. Just crazy.
That is crazy.
Gender fluid.
A gender identity best described as a dynamic mix of boy and girl. Gender non-conforming.
This is someone who doesn't conform to any gender.
Gender queer.
This is someone who identifies as their gender is kind of somewhere on the spectrum. They are not any particular category, but they are queer. Gynosexual or gynophilic.
Someone who is more attracted to women sexually. Hermaphrodite.
This is an outdated term for someone who is born with both the male and female sexual parts or characteristics. Yeah, it might be more male or more female, and it's often not decided for them which gender they will follow. We now call it intersex. Heterosexual, straight.
I think we all know what this means. It's someone who's attracted to the opposite sex. Homosexual.
This is a man who's attracted to another man. Lesbian.
A woman who is attracted to other women.
Non-binary.
This is someone that doesn't identify with being either male or female. They identify as neither, so they're non-binary. Pansexual.
I'm a pansexual. I, again, used to think I was bisexual, but then I found out there was loads of other genders, so often short to pan. So it's like pretty much I fancy everyone and anything.
She does.
Polyamory or polyamorous. I get mixed up with polygamous, which is the marriagey one.
Basically a consensual, non-monogamous relationship. So it could mean that you're in a relationship with more than one person or that you have an open relationship. Scoliosexual.
So this is someone primarily sexually, romantically, emotionally attracted to someone who is genderqueer, transgender, transsexual and or non-binary. Third gender.
Someone that doesn't identify as a man or woman, but they identify as a third gender. Transgender.
This is someone who doesn't identify with the sex they were assigned from birth. Transsexual.
A person who identifies psychologically as a gender, sex, other than the one which they were assigned at birth. Transsexuals often wish to transform their bodies hormonally and surgically to match their inner sense of their gender sex. Transvestite.
This is someone who dresses up as the opposite gender for fun reasons, sexual gratification, but they don't want to identify as that gender. They just enjoy dressing up as it.
Trans is the umbrella term for the last three we just spoke about. Z or zer.
So these are alternate pronouns for people who don't identify as male or female. So this is instead of he, she, him, her, that kind of thing. Z, zer.
Some people just use they and them if they don't identify with his and her. Thank you so much for listening to all of that.
Yeah, I hope it's been at least informative. I've definitely learnt some terms.
Yeah. The good thing about doing that for us as well is that we actually learnt things through doing this video.
If we've missed anything at all, please let us know in the comments, or if there's anything you want to add, just comment away. We love hearing from you.
Yes, and if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel. Hit that notification bell so you never miss a video from us.
Check out our podcast Fucks Given, where we do talk to loads of different people, all in the queer community. And see you next week.
Bye.